ego is in?
Well, it's part of my nature,
Okay, and where is this nature that you're speaking about?
part of human nature, as opposed to divine nature.
Okay, well, where is this nature? Where is this human nature, divine nature? Where is it?
In my body.
It's in your body?
Yeah.
Where in your body?
Well, mind, I guess, classically would be in your head.
Okay, so if it's in your head, where in your head is it?
Are these trick questions? I think these are trick questions. Anybody want to take over? My first time here.
Just stay with me a little bit here, because it's important. You see, what's happened, Marty, is we've never stopped to question. You see, we've never stopped to question. You know, we watch murder mysteries. The other night I was watching Murder, She Wrote, and we watch all these other murder mysteries, and we are fascinated by murder mysteries. They're quite interesting to try to figure out who did the crime and so on and so forth. But it's incredible because we've never stopped to examine the most incredible mystery of all, and that mystery is, who are we? And where is this me that we have given so much power to? Does it really exist? Is there really a you? Or have you just been told that, and now you just take that for granted, and you are now acting as if there's actually a you? Where is this ego? To answer the question, what is ego, is to assume that there is such a thing as ego. Where is this ego? Where is this me? Where is this you that you are talking about? And if you say it's in your body, I challenge that, because where in your body? There can be no place that a scientist could point to and say, this is where me is located in the body. There's no such place. There's just a body. There's physical matter. Okay, so there's physical matter. And then there's a brain, okay, all right, that receives thoughts. So where is the me? Where are you?
I was actually looking that you would answer my question.
Okay.
That's why I volunteered.
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk to it.
Okay, good. Just work with me. That's wonderful. This is what it's about. Because through your questioning, you'll have your own questions answered.
Well, I have my own answer already, but I really wanted to hear yours. I think the ego is...
But then what purpose will that serve? You see, if you already have an answer, what is the point?
That's just my own point of view, but it can change. It can be someone else's. It can be influenced. It can be modified.
Okay. So that's what we're here today to do, to expand, enhance, or challenge anything that you've come to know to be true. And I'm simply challenging that who you have come to know yourself as is not true. You are not Marty. And if you think that you are Marty, you will eventually suffer. Because if you look at what Marty is a record of what's happened to this particular body sitting before me. That's all that Marty is. Literally a record. A conditioned mind. All right? So, who is the source of that conditioned mind?
I see a distinction between the human and the divine nature. I think that the divine nature...
But hasn't the human made up the distinction? Hasn't the mind?
Absolutely.
The conditioned mind has made up the distinction. Is there really a distinction? Is there really a human and God? Or are these just distinctions that the human mind has come up with to protect itself from realizing that there is no human, there is no God, there just is what is, and you are that. Right now.
Well, not exactly, no.
Okay.
I think that with the fact that we're in bodies makes us human. And therefore...
Okay, but who is in this body?
Well, we have a spiritual entity, a divine nature, a spirit, a light body, call it what you will, in our bodies that inhabit our bodies. In addition, we have our own personality that we've created along the way.
And these are all your beliefs, and I fully acknowledge these beliefs, all right? I'm simply asking you now, who is the source of those beliefs?
Well, I am.
I am. All right. I am, okay? And who is the source of that I? If your beliefs, the source of beliefs is I, and all of you who are listening, you can basically say that everything that you experience, the source of that experience is I. Okay? Is I, correct? And I'm simply asking you then, what is the source of that I? Not as a belief, not as a concept.
Well, you mean like your spirit, your divine nature.
But isn't your spirit, as you know your spirit to be, just another thought in the mind of I?
No, I don't think so.
It isn't?
No, I
So
think it has its own, you know, we take...
You think it has its own. Did you hear what you just said?
Okay,
You think that it has its own.
It's my observation.
But again, it's your observation. It's again all sourced from this my. All things that you could say about spirit are according to you. Correct? They could not, if you were not there, there could be no spirit according to you. What you know spirit to be is what you know spirit to be. But they all are dependent upon that you being there. And so I'm asking you, if you take away that you are so sure that you are, who are you then?
Well, I guess a form of God.
But even this God that you are speaking about, isn't that also based upon you being there to believe or think of or conceive of or experience that God?
Well,
take away everything as much as you can, and what's left?
I think this is getting very esoteric.
Okay? Okay? So I don't ask...
It's like very ungrounded, and I'm not...
So let me ask you, when we're speaking and the thought comes, it's esoteric, which is valid, okay? It can seem that way. The I is being worked with, and that I gets afraid.
I feel afraid.
Okay, okay. So I'm just suggesting that the thought, it's esoteric, comes from something, okay? So just, if you will, just work with me a little bit more, okay? And just bring your attention to who is the source of I.
The source of I, the source of who we are. Is that
The source of I. If you say I am, then
that's
who
part of your ego.
who is the source of I am?
Well, that's part of your ego. That's part of your...
But who is the source then of the ego?
Well, it's your human conditioning.
No, the human conditioning is based upon the ego. So there's all the human conditioning, yes? Is everyone with me here a little bit? There's all the human conditioning, and all that human conditioning has its basis in the I. There could be no human conditioning without first I am. This is the first conditioning.
Right, okay.
I am, okay? There's no other conditioning without that first initial conditioning. And now I'm asking, if that's the first conditioning,
Okay.
if that's the root of conditioning, and the I am is the root of conditioning, and we all know that the conditioned mind is the problem. The ego, the conditioned mind, whatever you'd like to call it, that is the problem. So if you bring the problem to its root, you're like taking a weed and you're pulling it to the root. And you're saying, if the root is I am, what then is the I am growing in? What is the source of I am?
It's your own spirit. It's your own light body. I guess that's where it starts.
Okay, but what's even beyond your own spirit? What's even beyond your own light body?
Well, it would be blending with God, blending with the divine.
Okay, but let me ask you something very, very humbly and very respectfully to all of your beliefs. What is even God in?
I don't have an answer to that question.
There you go. Excellent. Now that's where we start satsang. I don't have an answer. Do you see? I don't have an answer to that question. Now we have hit satsang because it's not answerable. And any answer is still I am. So you must bring your mind to the place where it cannot find an answer. And that's the place to rest. In that not knowing, there is the ultimate knowing. In that ultimate question, who am I beyond all I? There is no answer to that. And in that no answer, there is the answer. So when you say, I don't have an answer to that, my brother, I welcome you to satsang. That is satsang. And to stay in that sense of confusion, to stay in that sense of not knowing. You see, we're so desperate to know. That's why we want to know. You approached me and you said, I want to know what you think. And to me, that serves no purpose. To tell you another belief of what I think, who cares what I think? Who cares what you think? Let's bring our attention to the truth, which is beyond all thinking. which is the source of all thinking. This is where the real answers are, not from Edwin or Marty, or from that spiritual teacher or that spiritual disciple. It's not about that. It's about bringing our attention to what is beyond all answers, beyond all questions, and simply resting there. And if you want to then leave that place, well, then go ahead. There's no one who can force you to stay there. But I'm suggesting that there is a tremendous opportunity in recognizing who you are right now. That is what you have no answer for.
I must say, though, Edwin, I believe that having information, having wisdom about certain things gives one at least perspective in a very real sense, in a practical sense about one's life. And that's why I asked the question, because I think that there is a plus to learning about these things. There is a real plus about it would be academic.
But who does that give power to? That learning, that knowledge, who does it really give power to? Who does it make feel more in control and more powerful?
Well, I wouldn't say it's necessarily more control, more powerful. It's just, it gives me an opportunity to grow my own life towards my own enlightenment.
Exactly. It gives me the ability to do what I want. It makes the I feel more secure. That's what knowledge does. That's what supposed beliefs do. All, with all due respect to your beliefs and my beliefs, I'm saying what they do, ultimately, is they give the I am power. They give the me power. They make me feel more secure because ultimately, me, the I, is totally afraid of its own insecurity because the I really doesn't exist. And the I knows that. The I knows that it's really nothing. So what the I does to protect itself from that knowledge is it starts to believe certain things and learn certain knowledge, all to protect itself from its own nothingness. Because there is no I. There is no you. So eventually, I'm nothing against your knowledge, but eventually, it's all nothing. It all means nothing. And the I doesn't know how to deal with that, so it hangs on to that. And I'm simply suggesting, for a moment, drop knowledge. For a moment, drop beliefs. For a moment, drop religion. For a moment, drop even God. And then see what's there. Anybody else? Yes, Lorna.
I don't like microphone. I kind of feel when you talk to us that it's almost futile. That you're trying to teach the ego. You're trying to teach us. And it's futile. It's a futile venture because I'm never going to really understand it. So I don't know if it's a question. I guess I just really wanted to say that.
Yes. So, who is it futile to?
Me.
Correct.
Yeah.
And who is this me? Who is the source of this me?
Yeah, I just want to say life.
Life.
Yeah.
Okay, life. And who is the source of life? Wonderful. Who is the source of life? Who gives life to life?
I would say everything.
Everything, okay? And you could go on. Bring your attention there. What's the futility in that? You see, the futility is a defense mechanism. Do you see? The futility, to say the ego gets afraid, the I am gets afraid, and so it goes, this is futile. This is esoteric. This I can't understand. What are all those? In my experience, and you have to check this out for yourself, okay? In my experience, that is the ego saying, oh no, I can't get this quite yet. I don't understand this quite yet. This is futile. I can't understand this. And that if you relax and you go directly into this you that can't understand, all of a sudden there is understanding. Who you are is this life that you're speaking about. Who you are is what gives life to life. Can you understand that? There you go. You've understood that satsang. Who you are is what gives life to life. Rest in who you are, just for a moment. And then if you want to run back, then so be it. That's all there is to it. You see, when you try to learn, you will run into this futility. Because why is the ego trying to learn? To be in control again, to get it. I want to get it, so that I will have it, so that I will still be in power. And what I'm speaking about is ungettable. You can't get it. And the ego hates that so much. The ego hates that so much. So you simply bring your attention to who you are and let everything else happen by itself. All right? So take a look and see what you're feeling now. Take a look and see what you're feeling now, and go. Don't escape. Exactly what you're feeling right now. Who is feeling that? Who can tell me who is feeling that? Who is feeling that? Anyone? Yes? I am. Correct. Can anyone deny that I am is feeling whatever it is you're feeling? Positive, negative, someplace in between? All right? Good. Now bring your attention to that I am. Bring your full attention. Let's all say it together. I am. I am. Now that is the I am. All right? That I am is the source of all the trouble. Period. That I am is the source of all the trouble. There would be no trouble if there was no I am. How could there be? Who would be in trouble? Correct? Who would be in trouble if there was no you there to be in trouble? So if that I am is the source of all the trouble, who then is the source of the I am? Who is the source of I? Who is that I am actually in? Who are you and everything that you see and experience and imagine in? You are that which you are in. You are that which all is in. You are that which even God is in. Because God, too, is a thought you have. And each person here would have a different thought about what that is. So whatever thought you have about God, even that is in who you really are. And that who you really are, you then could call God. And you are that now, not someday. Right now. And I promise you, if you really look to what you're looking for, that money to give you, or that power in the world to give you, or that prestige, or that new home, or that relationship, or that new job, or that spiritual enlightenment, whatever you are looking for those things to give you, you already are that right now. That and so much more. Anything wrong with a new house? No, of course not. If you're interested in a new house, go and get one. Go and get 4 or 5 if that's what interests you. If you're interested in a relationship, have as many as you want. But to look to a relationship for what it cannot ultimately give you, this creates unnecessary suffering. It's simply unnecessary. You can't find what you're looking for because what you're looking for, you already are. Right now. And this is the good news. This is the good news. We can relax now. We can finally rest.